Good morning, sir. Great to see you here in Uzbekistan. Mr. Mahbub,
Yes.
we have first question about Bangladesh. How is Bangladesh?
Assalamu alaikum and warm greetings. It's a great pleasure to be with you and to be in the wonderful city of Tashkent. It's always a pleasure. Bangladesh has been doing well. If you just see the economics, our economic growth has been just awesome. Like 7% GDP growth is one of the fastest. Not only Bangladesh government, and this is not for last year, last 10 years actually, consecutively Bangladesh economy has been growing and appreciated by World Bank or Asian Development Bank, all world bodies. And in fact, Bangladesh economy is now in a threshold where you can see the Bangladesh is now migrating from least developed country, one of the poorest it was, now is where lower middle income grew. So that's a big jump of Bangladesh economy. But again, it's thanks to mostly our hardworking garments industry, our workers who are working abroad, and agriculture. These are the three pillars of Bangladesh economy. And political stability also helping the country's growth.
Now in that, you are brilliant and experienced one in your sphere, for example, textile industry and ready-made garment system. And we know that Bangladesh, having better for sustainable livestock production and growing vegetables, is famous for its achievements in textile. What is the secret of your such success?
Very smart question, and the answer is very simple. Bangladesh has many problems. Many, we have infrastructure issues. Our politics was not stable earlier. We have many political unrest. I can recall when I visited first in Tashkent, I think 2011 or early 2012, I met one of your minister, and he said that you have so many political problems. How you are doing? I said we are doing because we have the spirit. We have the commitment to do better. Inspiration, right? And because Bangladesh, like you are, Uzbekistan is really a resourceful country. You are blessed by everything. People say that, oh, it's a landlocked country. Landlocked, yes, but this in the world of technology and communication, this can also overcome if you have real plan. Like you have a commitment for developing your industry, but if you see the Bangladesh, you produce world-class cotton, right? Bangladesh almost produced zero. Whereas Bangladesh import cotton from India, Pakistan, Uzbekistan, and many other countries, even Australia, USA. And we are exporting $32 billion garments. And what you are doing, with due respect, you are not in that part. Why? So your question's answer is very simple. The commitment of the private sector, supported by the Bangladesh government, fiscal and non-fiscal policies, that changed the ballgame.
Next question is about Bangladesh population and about labor system in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is the world's eighth most populous country. About 170 million people live there. Despite the whims of nature, harsh conditions, and even increasing crime rate, the vast majority of the population keeps working.
Yes.
And how does the government ensure their social protection and human rights?
It's a very delicate question, but I will prefer to answer because I'm a private citizen. I love my country, but I have no fear to tell the truth because even in my country, people appreciate the honest opinion. The rules and regulation of not only Bangladesh, I think most of the countries in the world are really fairly good. No country's rules or regulations are bad. The question is how much they execute, how much strong they protect the rules of law. Yes, there are some loopholes, some problems in Bangladesh governance systems. There is corruption, there is slow bureaucracy, there is, now it's less, but there is some political uncertainty. But the spirit, the commitment of the people supported by the government, it's like consecutive government. It's not only this government. We have been, the garments industry has been successful or running since almost 4 decades, since 1978, 79 we started. When we started, we exported only $12,000 on that year. But now it's $32 billion, and we are dreaming, we are planning to export $50 billion. So, which is achievable. I just want to say that the system, the world's most powerful economy, US, their crime rate is one of the worst. I have seen by myself a CNN report. That is, the USA, some cities are world's one of the worst city. But see, still they are growing. So there is bad people, but there is good people also. The government, we need to see whether the law is there. Like when I just follow or analyze Uzbekistan law and Uzbekistan system, fairly good, fairly good. So there is a missing link. I hope that you will ask me there is a missing link, so we can elaborate it further.
You say that it's your 13th or 14th visit to Uzbekistan, and you are saying about that pure and safe and law system. What do you think about the new reformations in Uzbekistan?
Oh, yeah, very good question. I really want to answer it.
What has changed?
I am not, unfortunately, I can't speak Uzbek, read Uzbek. I wish, and you, unfortunately, and this is a good suggestion I want to make, you should have more English publications. When we Google about Uzbekistan, we find very less information. So this is, I hope that people like you will lead and make people, others understand that English communication is very important. So I cannot get that much information about Uzbekistan the way I want to. But what I feel, and when I just meet with people, that there is a visible change in your government system. Your present President Shafqat Mirziyoyev, I think he's very much committed. He's like, I'm very much amazed to know that he is a man of just traveling whole country. He doesn't want to sit in the capital only, and he has been just traveling, and he just meeting the people and just know. So this is important. If you don't know what is your people's requirement, you cannot see. So there is a visible change, like there are some rules has been transformed and it's being discussed. So I hope that there will be more change in line to the growth of your economy.
In Uzbekistan, cotton monoculture had been followed for several years, as you know. Moreover, attendance of children that was also became negative habit. Nowadays, this section, the child labor, forced child labor, is refuted in the country. What about children's work and compulsory work in Bangladesh? What about businessmen's attitude to this?
Bangladesh, this is very good
as
because
a private sector specialist.
Yeah, absolutely. Bangladesh has in garments industry there is no child labor for I think more than 2 decades, you can say. That is, we produce garments not for us only. We produce for world. More than 130 countries Bangladesh exports their garments. So, and those countries, especially in the developed economies, for them human rights, child right is most precious. We should have respect for their values. Otherwise, we cannot be successful, sustainable. So, in in early 90s, Bangladesh industry, with the help of government and some international partners, we have taken this initiative that Bangladesh industry has to be child labor free. And it is now totally child labor free. So, and that's why we get the reward. So, Uzbekistan, it's good that you have eliminated this taboo, this bad name. So I congratulate you and the government that this is really good. But there is a lack of information. Fortunately, I try to know more about Uzbekistan, so that's why I came to know. But still, many of my country's people, my industry's leaders, they still know that Uzbekistan has this child labor problem, and it is blacklisted, by the way. So you need to do more promotion, more branding, more communication of this area. You know, we all know that Philippines, Uzbekistan's is world's most beautiful girls live in Uzbekistan. But how many times you won Miss World or Miss Universe? Now, this year Miss Philippines become Miss Universe. How? Because they practice. You are God-gifted beauty. Your girls are naturally beautiful. Everybody knows. We acknowledge. But there is something called nourishing, promoting, training, developing. Otherwise, world will not acknowledge you. I'm talking, many people have some objection or reservation about this world beauty pageant, but I'm just giving an example because this will be easy to understand. So, even though you are blessed with beauty, you cannot get this crown because you are not trained. You are not trained. I repeat, you are not trained. Miss Philippines, she was trained. Miss Venezuela, trained. Other countries, they train and they got crown many times. Miss India, they have been training. Bangladesh, no. So we did never get. So answering your question seriously now, the missing link of your development, you have everything, but I think you have a serious lacking of mindset. I'm sorry to use, as a friend, I think I can criticize. Your mindset, with due respect, I find sometimes my Uzbek friends, they are living in fool's paradise, with due respect again. You think that we have everything, so foreign investment will come. No, sir, never will come. You need to approach, because the whole world is competing. Even USA, China, Europe, they have been competing for FDI. So why investment will come here? How much you spend your time and money? You need to go to the people of the world and tell them, Uzbekistan has these great opportunities and come here and be successful. If you think, if you can just dreaming that you are handsome, so you can dream that you can be a Shah Rukh Khan. You cannot be. It's not easy, right? So just being handsome and heroic look, you cannot be a hero. So I think there is the problem, lies in Uzbekistan. The mindset, the people has, or leaders, the policies, and I'm not flattering you, your government rules and regulations, most of the rules and regulations, I think is pretty much okay. Yes, there is always need to improve. Everyone is improving, right? And I'm sure that your government will improve if it is ball rolling. But you're not. When I just check that the president has been just asking the textile industries to have their own garments factory. This is the official decree. But how many garments factory is there successfully operating? So these are the missing link. If you cannot overcome this problem, I think there will be always this frustration.
My next question about monopolies. Do you have monopoly companies in Bangladesh, and what is your opinion about a monopoly system or held by few of groups?
Now, fortunately, Bangladesh don't have this monopolistic business system.
Not only in textile.
Yeah, it's garments. It is not possible actually. because it's a free market economy. And even because our government system is now based on free market economy, so the government-owned public enterprises, they are not performing that well, and government decentralized, privatized. So yes, there are some big private groups, of course, in Bangladesh, and they have been successful by virtue of their own quality. It's not that suddenly they become big. If you just study their background, you'll see that they have been in the business for many, many years. Yes, sometimes they get a blessing from the government or political bodies, which is almost everywhere in the world you will see. But yes, compared to like even in Korea, developed economy like Korea, the chaebols, they call it chaebols, they actually, these companies are controlling the economy. In Russia, your neighboring countries, they call it oligarch, I believe, that this big oligarch, these big mafia groups, they control the economy. But in Bangladesh, no. Bangladesh is thankfully free from this sort of monopoly. So yeah, we don't have that monopolistic system.
Is it good to be to have a competition between business sectors and business companies? And what is your, let's say, fair opinion about this? Competitions between business companies or players of this market?
Oh, this is very important. You know, many people are scared of competition. They think that if they don't want to even share their information, which is, you know, you can keep hidden your profit margin, but you should not keep hidden of your information of your company, what is happening and how we are improving, because competition is always healthy actually. Competition makes you vibrant. Competition makes you global actually. If you are too much protected by the government or by the people, or you will not be flourishing actually. So you need to be smart enough to face the reality. The world is very much competitive. From the day one when we just born, we started feeling that, and every day we are facing competition. So everywhere, this personal life, professional life, business life, everywhere is competition. Competition actually, like your media, if you don't have any competition, you will not have this urge to do better. But if there is a competitor, your CEO will ask you, hey, that company is doing better, why you are not doing? What is our lackings? So this is very natural. So of course competition is there, but there has to be healthy competition, fair competition, and there is the government role. Government protects the law of this competition and fairness, that some small companies should not be overtaken by big companies because of their muscle, monetary or political muscle. That is the system. So I think it's very much should be welcome, the competition.
Yeah, it's like survival. Yeah.
Otherwise you cannot survive. You will survive like a lethargic boy. You cannot grow further.
Yeah. My next question about the hard punches on the economy, hard punches to textile structure. As we know that you had a sad kind of moments in Bangladesh in textile sphere. In 2013 you had Rana Plaza accident, and how did you survive this moment?
Very good question. Thank you, because this is like people always talk about Rana Plaza, but they don't want to learn the lesson. You know, before answering, I am sharing my own experience, that the impact of Rana Plaza, how grievous it was. I was in 2016. I was going to Madagascar to attend a conference, so I have to pass through Mauritius. So the driver who took me from the airport, he never been out of Mauritius. Mauritius is an island, never been out of. The first question he asked me, after knowing that I'm from Bangladesh, how is Rana Plaza? So a islander of an African nation, he also knew about Rana Plaza. So that was the serious punch to the industry. When Rana Plaza collapsed, many people, many so-called experts, they predicted that Bangladesh garments will collapse because whole developed economy where we are exporting our garments, they denounce the safety, environmental situation prevailing at that time in Bangladesh garments industry. But that is one thing we should remember. Rana Plaza building is a building where 4 to 5 garments factory were there. But there is a very few people know Rana Plaza is not a very renowned name until that incident. Bangladesh has more than 4,000 garments factories. They are the very insignificant. But after an accident, it erupted, it collapsed. So after Rana Plaza disaster, Bangladesh government, with the help of international bodies and the buyers, like our North American buyers, they have developed a buyers platform called Alliance, and then European buyers, they made a platform named Accord. They, along with local industry associations, they started working, renovating the factories, fire, safety, compliance, those issues started working on. So you see that those days, it was a really very challenging days, and Bangladesh Garments, it's a private companies. They spent a lot of money for the renovation, for the protecting the internet, as per the international standard. So what happened now? After 5 years, you'll be very happy to know that Bangladesh garments export actually grow $10 billion in 5 years' time. So you are criticized, you are devastated, competitors are very excited, competitors are started thinking Bangladesh will collapse, people will not go there, but actually they have been going further because they have taken it positively. Everyone worked hard.
Stamina.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a marathon. So it's a long way to go. It's not in a marathon, you cannot run like a Usain Bolt, a 100-meter sprint, you cannot do it. It has to go slow and steady wins the race, right? So it goes well. It was a very much painstaking experience. People were devastated. Financially, we lost enough money. But business is coming. You will be very happy as well as surprised to know, according to US Green Council, world's best 10 green factories, Bangladesh has now 7. Out of best 10 factories, Bangladesh now have 7 best factories. So this is the result. So it is a wake-up call. So people got warned and they started working, and so result is more than now $10 billion export earning after that incident.
I also hope that your answer would be a working call to our our producers and manufacturers. And I want to know your opinion and recommendations and advices for our young startups, our businessmen in this textile sphere.
Thank you. I was looking for this opportunity because this is very important for for the people who want to grow. If you are complacent, if you are confident that your business, you don't need to grow, then don't listen to me. But if you really want to grow, then kindly listen to this very honest advice. Wake up. The world is growing. You should not be so happy with your blessed nature and the people. There are so much opportunities lying there. Competitors are becoming more vigilant, more serious, more tough than you. You have everything, my friend. You have everything. But you have to change your mindset. That is the most important thing. You have to learn from the people who can do better. It's not the color, it's not the language, it's not the country, it's the knowledge. You should acquire the knowledge. Only if you can get knowledge, enough knowledge, who becomes successful, you will be successful. I have firm conviction, firm faith in Uzbekistan's future. I do believe Uzbekistan can be very successful, inshallah, if, I repeat, if you wake up, if you think that yes, we should do it, we have to do it. Why not? If Bangladesh can do without cotton, having their own cotton, we have cotton, then why we can't? Where is our lacking? Do self-criticize. Don't mind if someone criticizes you. It's better you yourself criticize you. Be a harsh critic that yes, this is our problem. You should discuss with your friends, colleagues and the government. Your government is open enough. They are welcoming you. They are ready to hear. So business leaders, you should wake up. You should learn that how Bangladesh becomes successful and be successful. And let's work together, experience, share and grow together. Thank you.
Today we had a great guest of our country, our motherland, and our site, KUN.UZ, Mr. Mehdi Mahbub. We are so thankful that you are paid your attention and your time, precious time. Thank you.